Alright folks, Pitching Against Idiot, we are back playing criminal case on Facebook. I just want to show you guys, I thought this was hilarious. So Connor code. I mean that's pretty clever. Anyways. Ace, capital work on capturing Mr. Goodwin's killer. Miss Blue will learn that she's not entitled to commit murder, no matter how badly one wants it. But I agree, it cannot be a coincidence that murders keep occurring at Mr. Lasser's party we've been attending. Something foul is at play, and we must discover what it is. I agree, Ace. However, you would be wise to tread lightly. The Commissioner is already quite upset that you keep probing into Mr. Lasser's affairs, dead bodies or not. And as if murder wasn't troubling enough, this particular one had to happen at Rochester's chocolate factory. Indeed, but Mr. Rockley Rochester rented out the premises to Mr. Lasser for the party. Surely he must know something about the man. Capital idea, Ace. We should ask Mr. Rochester about it at once. We promise you, Chief, we'll be on our best behavior. Try. Mr. Rochester, we're inquiring about Mr. Lasser, who hosted the party at your factory. Oh yes, Lasser contacted me remotely about using the factory to hold his most extravagant party to date. He was paying handsomely, and I was happy to oblige. However, I don't know if Lasser attended the party. I don't recall meeting anyone by that name. Indeed, nobody does. All that's left in the trail of his parties are murders and empty champagne flutes. Ugh, murders. So bad for business. I certainly don't want any more of those happening in my factory. In fact, if you'd like to look over the factory again and make sure no more dangers are lurking, please feel free. And while you're at the factory, Signature Praise, do look out for my latest creation. And you can browse for souvenirs too. Nice, colorful jacket. It's definitely a fun jacket for sure. Alright, this is something. A decorative box. Tiara, bucket, ladybug, watermelon, unicycle. Monica, welcome, flag garland. Boom! Not the best, but not the worst. Ace, this second papers comes from the Concordia Museum of Art. That's where Mr. Lasser's last party was held, and where the previous murder was committed. Finding these papers here could prove a link between the two murders. We must retrieve the faded text on them immediately. And this strange box looks like another one of Mr. Rochester's contraptions. This could be the creation he wanted to show us. Let's unlock it and see. Someone tells me that the creators are gonna bring a couple people back. Oh brother. This is gonna go to Eve for sure. Ace, the writing on the top of these papers says, "For my next party." Could it have been written by Mr. Lasser? But I can't make heads or tails of the other scribblings on this page. Ace, we must learn what Mr. Lasser meant by writing this. Let's hope Miss Holloway can be of help. Called it. Whoa, that is a intense box. Nope, it's this one. Yep. Hey, since inside this strange box is a chessboard, I wonder if this is the creation Mr. Rochester mentioned. I don't see what's novel about a chess set, but I do have a great affinity for the game. And you're right, most of the pieces appear to be broken. This can't be what Mr. Rochester intended. Let's gather up the pieces. Maybe we can still salvage this. Yeah, maybe we can. Oh my gosh, they got grounded into like fine dust. Well, you're quite the dab hand with that cleaning apparatus, Ace. Now let's get these game pieces from that chess set to Charlie. And and I'll grab some stars. I'll see you guys back. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright, folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. Criminal case on Facebook. Ace, I have information regarding Mr. Alaster you'll want to hear immediately. Have you managed to divine the meaning of the note Mr. Alaster wrote for his next party? Indeed. At first, all the letters, numbers, and star symbols made no sense to me. But then I realized that the letters were actually the initials of all the guests here at the chocolate factory. It's the same for the other papers in the bunch. They cataloged the previous party invitees. So these are Mr. Alaster's guest list? Yes, but that's not all. The star symbols appear next to the names of the victims. And I've worked out that the numbers are odds, estimates of probability, and the highest odds appear next to the killers. Ace, does this mean that Mr. Alaster calculated who was most likely to commit a murder at his parties? Rather, it looks as though he put his parties together fully expecting murders to occur at them. Then this string of murders is definitely not a coincidence. Well, why would Mr. Alaster do this? How do any of the murderers have any knowledge of what's occurring? You're right, Ace. We must seek these answers from the most recent killer, Miss Blue. The plot thickens. Ace, I've completed the repairs on the chess set you sent me. I'm surprised you let a set get into such state upon attempts. Well, it's not mine, I'm afraid. This set belongs to Mr. Rochester of Rochester Chocolates. Oh, well, that makes perfect sense. Now I know why you sent me chocolate chess pieces. I beg your pardon? The set we sent you was metallic. Actually, the set was made of chocolate covered with edible metallic coating. Ingenious, wouldn't you say? So that's the invention Mr. Rochester referred to. Chess pieces that are both playable and edible. Truly, this factory can make everyone's dreams come true, even mine. Well, then you'll be glad to know that I've teamed up with Viola and restored the pieces in their entirety. Perfect. Ace, let's play a quick... Oh, quite right. We ought to return the set to Mr. Rochester. So it looks like there's going to be a delay. So the question is, what case should I be playing? Great question. Senior Ace, you've returned. Is Verushka with you? I'd love to see her. Miss Blue, we aren't here on a social visit. We need to know about your relationship with Mr. Alaster. Oh, Alaster? The egg who throws those fancy soirees? I've never met him. I just go to his parties. And yet he managed to predict that you'd commit a murder. Did anyone know of your reason to want to kill Mr. Goodwin? I certainly didn't go around advertising it, and as far as I can tell, no one knew about my feelings for Verushka. Well, leaving that aside, can you tell us where the next party will be? Sorry, Teacher Brace, I wasn't invited. No one wants a jailbird at the party, but I heard someone talking about Alaster outside. Indeed. Then Senior Brace and I shall return to the factory entrance at once, and we may as well grab a snack on the way. Oh, just enough energy, that's right, nice. Bicycle? Oh. Uh-oh, I hear someone. Is my tiny behind me? Yes. Dad. Yes. Ace, this cart you found offers a party delivery service. If it has provided services for Mr. Alaster, it could lead us to his next party. Excellent observation. There's the proprietor's plaque on the tricycle, but you can hardly read anything for dust. Ace, if we reveal the name of the plaque, we may as well be close to discovering the location of Mr. Alaster's next party. Hi. You see yourself in the mirror? We're both wearing red. I didn't know we'd be color-coded today. Hey, Senior Trooper Ace, I've seen you found my latest creation. What did you make of it? Of everything I've seen at your factory, this marvel appears to me the most. Fortunately, it was in dire need of repair when we found it, but our team's investigators managed to rebuild it. He was quite impressed with it, if I might say. Thank you, Senior Trooper Ace, for saving my new creation. And Detective Bontemps, I see that you truly appreciate my artistry. Would you like to receive such a set as a parting gift? Well, that's too generous of you, Mr. Rochester, but I shall gladly accept. Excellent. Nobody leaves my factory without a gift. Now, Senator Brace, have you ever tasted chocolate money? Oh, chocolate money. Oh. Chocolate money. You like how colorful it is? Let's see. Property of... Oh, Seamus O'Neill. Been a while, buddy. The name on the plaque from the delivery cart reads Seamus O'Neill. That name sounds familiar. Excellent memory, Ace. Seamus O'Neill was the Irish immigrant we met in New Haven. Last we saw him, he was down as luck suspect in a murder investigation. But it seems Seamus found a new calling as a delivery person. Let us hope he performed those services for Mr. Laster and knows something. Oh, we're going to talk to Seamus. What do you think? Hey, Senator Brace, it's good to see you again. Mr. O'Neill, we'd like to ask you about your parting delivery service, or more precisely, if you've been recently hired by someone called Alaster. Oh, Alaster? Aye, I have. He's my first customer. After you helped me in New Haven, I put enough money to buy a delivery cart, and lucked out with this Alaster fellow. He pays good coin, and the houses I've seen, and the ladies, wow, there was one with dark hair as night and green eyes as... Well, I'm sorry, but we've no time for your poetic musings. Have you met Mr. Alaster, and do you know where the next of his parties is set to take place? Well, I've never seen the fellow, but I do know the next party will be at Prospect Gardens. Thank you, Mr. O'Neill. You've been quite helpful. Ace, what's this here about Mr. Alaster throwing parties with the intent to provoke murder? Well, there seems to be no room for doubt, Chief. Alaster's marked his guest list with the expected victims and killers, and he's been right every time. Dancing? It's unclear why Alaster's doing this, and our investigation is made harder by the fact that we don't know who he is. One thing is for certain, though. We know the location of his next party, Prospect Gardens. When you expect that he will orchestrate another murder there? I say, what a scandal. Ace, I hope we don't see a murder at Prospect Gardens, but I admit we must go there and investigate. Then it's Prospect Gardens we go. Alright. Another gold star, baby. Keep the gold stars coming. Keep the gold stars coming. Little tiny. Alright, so comments say it's going to take a little bit of time. We shall see. We have 3 more cases left. 26. They are correct. 2 weeks. Yikes. So get a little bit of a week off. I'll see what if I can throw some things together. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.